Hey everybody, welcome one and all to another edition, or actually the premiere edition, I should say, of Health Chat. This is going to be a ongoing platform where we're going to talk about issues that affect us in a healthy way. And as always, this and other podcasts in the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day podcast family are brought to you by the power of five. If you like what we're doing, consider supporting the channel and at the very least, hit the like button. I'm going to start this with a question. If you were told during a routine physical that you had a cancer, would you know where to go? Would you know what to do? Would you know who to speak to, get advice from? I asked that question because a little over a year ago, I had that problem. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, amongst other things. When I get sick, I get sick. There's no half stepping with me. It is what it is. And when I was told that I had prostate cancer, my wife was sitting next to me across from the doctor. And the look that she had on her face brought me just about to tears. Because the look that she gave me was saying, "You can't go. What am I going to do without you? You have to beat this." And it pretty much killed me because I was thinking the same thing. I can't go yet. I haven't watched my children finish growing up. I haven't helped my grandbabies. I haven't done any of those things. I haven't grown old with my wife. I can't go now. And we got it together after that. Because then we were told about the about procedures and options and things like that. And I had the beginnings of a plan formed in my head. I went, and this is okay, and this was after I got diagnosed with pneumonia and an ulcer, which resulted in anemia. So I had all that going on in addition to my prostate cancer. The one good thing that came of it was that they caught it early. And they caught it early because for the past 3, 4 years, I have been going every year for a general health checkup. And up to May of last year, I was fine. So I had that going for me. And I got better. Thanks to the sovereign Lord Jehovah, I got better. And all through this, a gentleman by the name of David Moffat started reaching out to me. It turns out that he also was a prostate cancer survivor, and he knew of a support group that he thought I should get with. And I said, okay. And through one reason or other, I just never made it. And he kept asking me, "Are you going to come? Are you going to come?" And finally, about 3 weeks ago, I said, "You know what? I said I'm going to go. I have nothing to do this weekend. I'm going to go. If for no other reason than to shut this man up." It is what it is. I didn't go because I felt, I mean, that was part of it. But the main reason, and the part of it was to meet these people in form of fellowship. But the main reason was to shut this man up, to say, "Look, I went to it. It's not for me. Thank you, but no thank you." And so last week I went. And the first thing that I noticed was that there's about 35, 40 other people in this room. And I'm looking around thinking, all these people have gone through or the same or similar as myself? Whoa. And the meeting started, and they got around to me. I introduced myself, I told them my story. And the thing that got me the most was not only the amount of people who applauded what I went through, everything else, but the amount of people who were cancer free, in remission. And it gave me hope. It said, okay, you have it, or you had it, you beat it. My PSA levels are now undetectable, so that's good. And there is light at the end of the tunnel because I am not alone. And during all this, and my stating about my journey and things like that, I said that I had a podcast, and I think I was going to start talking about it. Because let's face it, being a guy, we don't talk about things like that. We don't talk about what's going on inside of us, good, bad, or indifferent. How you doing? I'm fine. Completely destroyed inside, but yet I'm fine on the outside. And in that moment that I told the guys that I was gonna dedicate a portion of my podcast to this issue, it clicked. Something inside of me resonated and said, you have to do this. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? So today we're going to talk about what I consider a more insidious and silent killer than even smoking. Prostate cancer is no joke. And you can get it and not even know you have it. When I was diagnosed over a year ago, I'm thinking, this has to be wrong. I feel fine. This is wrong. This man doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, this is a doctor with years and years of experience in his craft. And yet here I am, a total novice, telling him, or at least thinking that I'm telling him, that he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I also had the presence of mind to think, maybe he does. Maybe he does know what he's talking about. And maybe you have it. And if you have it, what are you going to do about it? There are too many people in this world, in life, who think they're bulletproof. And shout out to the great George Clinton. I ain't bulletproof. I won't wear the ball and chain. Not for nobody. When we're young, we think that nothing can hurt us. We think we're going to live forever. Which is why when people around you, especially your parents, when your parents die, it comes as a huge blow because it's the first time that you're reminded of your mortality. All of a sudden you're thinking, oh snap, this can happen to me. And then you think, oh my God, this is going to happen to me. And in the back of your mind, you start to dwell on it. My mother died in 1982. My father died in 2004, I believe. My mother died at 49. My father died at 74. Matter of fact, he had just turned 74 when he passed on. And I was thinking, they're gone. And then I started thinking, one day I'm going to be gone. Who's going to care for the people I love when I'm not there? Who's going to provide? Who's going to protect? Who's going to be that solid rock that they're going to need on days when they can't get it all together themselves? And cheat code, that's one of the reasons why I pulled through. Because I thought to myself, I have to be here. Because can't nobody do it like me. Do I mess up? Abso-stinking-lutely. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be perfect. I don't pretend to be anything more than what I am, which is a guy trying to find his way in this world. That's it. That's all I can be. Anything else that is a positive is a bonus. Me still being here, able to talk to you guys, that's a bonus. I shouldn't be here. But through God's grace and a bit of luck, I am. And I don't take that for granted. Now, this is the third time that I've been told you're close to dying. And this is the first time it was so bad that they offered me to talk to a chaplain. That's how close to death I was. They wanted me to talk to a chaplain. And I'm thinking, why the heck do I want that? I ain't going nowhere. Not even thinking for a quarter of a second that the chaplain was going to prepare me for death. I wasn't hearing it. I didn't want to hear it. It's that stubborn determination, which is another thing, which is also tied with luck. Believe what you want. You can believe that God was telling me it's not your time yet. I have things yet for you to do. You can simply think that I got caught. I caught it in time and was able to come on the other side, come out the other side of it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. What does matter is that I am here, telling my story to you all in real time. Getting back to the topic, prostate cancer is no joke. And a lot of guys, most guys that have it, don't even know that they have it. There are no external warning signs. It's not like a stroke. It's not like a heart attack. It's cancer. Your cells turn against you. They mutate. They mutate. It's an abnormal growth of cells. They think, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's do this. My saving grace was that I caught it early enough so that they could remove my prostate and I stood an excellent chance of recovery, which I am. Hence, I'm talking to you guys online today. That's it. Now, the cancer itself is either aggressive, malevolent, malign, or benign. In my case, it was benign. There's still a couple. They want to check up on my lymph nodes, make sure the cancer didn't spread there. But with PSA levels being undetected, that's not a good chance of that happening. Knock on wood. But we're gonna watch it. I'm gonna do what they say. I'm gonna take better care of myself, and I'm gonna attempt now to live as long and as fruitful and as positive as I possibly can. And part of that positivity is giving you guys the skinny. Prostate cancer. I don't even know where to begin. Prostate cancer, in and of itself, is as dangerous as it is because it does its work in silence. By the time most people get to it or get it diagnosed, it's too late. It's gotten to a stage where they can't remove all of it. Thankfully for me, it wasn't like that. But it could be. It could have been. And I'm being very, very watchful to my general health because I've beaten it this time. Who's to say it won't come back? I don't know that it won't. So I will take steps to ensure that I stay ahead of it. My cancer scare made me realize that although I'm doing the right thing, I can do more. So we're going to start this series, and we're going to talk about the diagnosis, treatments, and most importantly, support, because you will need support. I will be the first one to tell you that. And I can tell you that with certainty because things like that aren't things that you can get through on your own. Now, I'm going to give you a related topic to it, a related anecdotal evidence to it, and I'm going to leave you with that till the next one. But in 2006, after months and months of trying, my wife and I became pregnant. And at about 4 or 5 weeks, my wife went to a party. I think I was working or something. And when I came back, she said, "There's a problem." I said, "What's that?" And she said, "I don't feel the baby anymore." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "I don't feel the baby." So we went to the doctor. Doctor admitted us to the hospital, at which we were told the baby didn't survive. And I was told that she had to have an abortion. And I asked her if she wanted me to stay with her. And she said, "No, go home and I'll call you later." So I went home. Later on, I went to get her, brought her home, and went on about our business. Or at least we thought we did. Because what happened after that was the beginning of what I would consider an unfortunate turn of events. I lost my job working for a company in Eastbourne where we were at the time. We were living in England. And I went off. And that's not like me at all. And after I lost my job, I was numb. Putting around trying to find things to do. I was doing DJing at night, so that was some money, but not a lot. And later on, when my wife and I was together, we talked about it, and she told me that she also was having difficulties coming to terms with it. And that she wished that we had a support group to help us deal with it. And that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me. The biggest loss of my life was when my mother died. And that was 43 years ago. 43 years. And I still miss her. And I'm still not over it. I never got closure. And I think that part of my therapy, for lack of a better word, will be to address it. I never got over that. It was profound because up to that point, and I'll be the first to admit to this. I don't care what anyone thinks. I was a mama's boy. I was a mama's boy in the sense that she told me to do something, I did it. Now, I was a very good kid like that going forward with both of my parents. My father once told me before he passed that that's when he could tell when there's a problem. Because I never talked back to anybody. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. I never got the chance. Well, first, I never got the chance to say goodbye. I mean, we buried her and everything like that, but I didn't say goodbye. I remember looking at her in that coffin, thinking, she's only asleep. What are you all doing? She's going to get up. What's wrong with you people? Can't you see this? But she wasn't getting up. She was gone. And I never got the chance to say goodbye. To this day, I never got the chance to say goodbye. And I probably will tonight. And try to start making up for a series of decisions that I made that led me to where I am, but at the same time could have been better if she was in my life, excuse me, to help me make them. Same thing with my father. He died in hospital. And I was told by the nurse when I called, you better get over here and say goodbye for your goodbyes. I don't think he's going to be here that long. And I thought, she's full of it. My dad is too strong for that. He's going to see his grandson, his grandchild, because I didn't know whether it was a boy or a girl at that point, spend time with him, and then he would go. And on June the 4th, on my way home from lunch in Eastbourne, I got the call. And just like that, I was an orphan. Now, my wife joked to me about this. She said, now you're an orphan. And I just looked at her, don't play like that. Mainly because it was true. Now, I lived a good long time with at least my dad. But no one's ever ready for that. I wasn't ready for cancer. I didn't think I would get cancer. And yet I did. So I had to be strong. I had to get over what I went through. And now I'm going to help you all come to terms with it and how to best navigate it so that you too can come out the other side with a positive outcome. And that's going to do it for today. And if you made it this far, I want to humbly thank you. Part of the reason, the main reason why I do what I do is to impart just a little bit of knowledge in the hopes that you, the viewer slash listener, can make more informed and better choices, which will result in positive outcomes. That's why I do what I do. That and the fact that I love it. And as always, these podcasts, this one and all the others in the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day Podcast family, are, excuse me, are brought to you by the power of 5. Like, comment, subscribe, notify, share. Any one of those options is much appreciated. But at the very least, consider hitting the like button. And before I go, I just want to remind you, the viewer, that we have a contest going on where we're giving away an HP laptop. And the rules are simple. In order to enter the contest, you simply have to subscribe to the channel. And once you subscribe, as a bonus, hit the like button so that you can be entered into the contest. In about 3 weeks' time, we're going to have a raffle. We're going to have the names in a fishbowl type thing. We're going to draw a winner. And that winner will get the laptop. And we'll do it on air. And we're going to do this for 2 reasons. The first reason is that some of you may be looking at this from a smartphone, a tablet, a work computer. This way, you will be able to view it on your own device. And secondly, and more importantly, it's just our way of saying thank you. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for loving us. And this will be the first in a series of giveaways and things like that, because we want to give back. And if this is one of the ways we can do it, then so be it. And with that being said, this is OBJ saying thank you one and all for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Love one another. Do better. And we'll see you in the next one.